Hello and welcome into this RNN News Break right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host, Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On today's RNN News Break, it has been a while since we have done one of these, but we have some really good news for you today. As reported earlier today by Matt Weaver of Autoweek, NASCAR sent out an email to its teams earlier today. It may be officially announced by now, I'm not sure. In the email, it said that in a few moments, NASCAR would be announcing their return on Sunday, May 17th. At the time of the recording, they haven't announced this yet. They may have announced it by the time this video goes live, I'm not sure. Or this may have already changed again, as the schedule seems to be continually changing by the day as we go on. So who knows? Take this with a grain of salt, but according to the email, this seems to be the official schedule for not only the Cup Series returning, but Xfinity, Trucks, and ARCA as well returning in May. So let's take a look at this schedule, break it down here. The first race back for any of the four series will be the Cup Series, Sunday, May 17th at Darlington Raceway. It'll be a 400-mile race at Darlington. I guess officially the return of the Rebel 400, which I'm really excited about. I think that's really cool. Followed then by Tuesday, May 19th, the Xfinity Series will be taking on a second date at Darlington Raceway, or what I assume is a second date. Since they're adding dates to the Cup schedule, I assume this is an extra Darlington date for Xfinity as well. And then Cup will also slot in on Wednesday, May the 12th for a second Darlington race. This will be a 310-mile race, or that roughly equates to 500 kilometers, which I think is what they're going for with these 310-mile races. Call them a 500-kilometer race. It sounds better than 310. Then we move on to the Charlotte portion of this schedule, and there is a lot of racing from Charlotte around Memorial Day. The first race at Charlotte will be Saturday, May 23rd. It'll be the return of the ARCA Menards Series. That will be their first race back there on Saturday, May 23rd. Don't know if we'll even be allowed at that race yet, media-wise, but if we are, I will definitely be there giving you coverage of that race. Sunday, May 24th will be the Coke 600 at Charlotte. Then we continue with Charlotte activities on straight through Memorial Day. Monday, May 25th on Memorial Day, the Xfinity Series will be at Charlotte. Tuesday, May 26th, the Trucks will race at Charlotte. And Wednesday, May 27th, will be another Cup race at Charlotte. This will be another 310-miler or 500 kilometers. So a lot of racing from Darlington and Charlotte in the first couple weeks back here. Not surprising, as again, the thinking process here is they just want it to be within driving distance and in states that they can actually contest races at right now, that have their restrictions lifted enough that NASCAR can run races even if they are without fans, which that seems to be the case, is there won't be fans and even limited crew will be there. The talk is that there may not even be any practice or qualifying for a lot of these races. You just get there, tech the car, and then you're on the grid. So it'll be interesting to see how these are played out in terms of what the schedule for the day looks like. I'm really excited for this. Like I said, the ARCA race at Charlotte, if I am allowed to be there, I will be there and giving you coverage of that race because I am so ready for ARCA to be back. And then if I can stay, I will definitely stay and give you coverage of the rest of those races from Charlotte as well. I'm going to guess that I won't be able to stay for the Cup races. I don't know how any of that will play out right now. I don't know if the restrictions on media will be a little less for the ARCA race or exactly how that will work. But if at all possible, I will be there for you for the ARCA race and giving you coverage from that race. Now, yesterday, there was a little more lengthy of a schedule released for the Cup Series. If you haven't seen this yet, it goes a little further past the Charlotte weekend in terms of what we could possibly see after that. And since the Darlington and the Charlotte weekends seem to be lining out with this more official schedule, it seems that these probably will be the case. But again, take these with a grain of salt because they haven't been officially announced yet. But again, they may be officially announced by the time this video comes out. Sunday, May 31st, the next race after the Charlotte 310 or the Charlotte 500K on Wednesday. Sunday, May 31st will be Martinsville. I don't know if that one's going to happen or not. I think that might be wishful thinking, since isn't Virginia's stay-at-home order till June something, like June 7th or something? Unless they've relaxed that and I didn't realize it, May 31st may be wishful thinking for Martinsville. I'm not sure. Hopefully that's the case. I would love to see the Martinsville race sooner rather than later, but who knows how that's going to play out. Wednesday, June 3rd will be Bristol. Sunday, June 7th will be Atlanta. Then the following weekend, Sunday, June 14th, will be the Homestead Miami Speedway. Now, a lot of you may be asking, there was a lot of talk about a Cup IndyCar doubleheader at Texas on that June 7th weekend. What happened to that? Apparently, Eddie Gossage really wants that race to be run with fans, so it seems that they are going to hold off on that until they can actually have fans there, which makes sense to an extent. So we'll see what actually happens with that. Again, none of this is completely official yet, but these were emails that came from NASCAR that Autoweek got a hold of. So they are official to an extent, but since they haven't been officially announced yet from NASCAR to the public, it's still up in the air and these things still may change. But this is the most official, concrete schedule that we have gotten yet since all of this started. So I'm really looking forward to this. Hopefully we get a little more clearer picture of what ARCA is going to be doing in the future, because again, that's what we mostly do on this channel, is ARCA coverage. So I'd like to see what we're going to do with the ARCA Menard series going forward, and hopefully we'll be able to be at those races sooner rather than later to continue giving you coverage. I just miss being at the track. I really do. I love being at the track, and I know all of you do too. Just going as a fan, it's always a fun time. Just being at the track, it's a great experience, and hopefully we'll all be able to be back at the track sooner rather than later. But I think that's all we got for you today. Happy to see that Ryan Newman and Matt Kenseth are both going to be back here once racing resumes, looking like at Darlington on May 17th. That was some really good feel-good stories over the past couple of days. Lots of good things coming out of the racing world right now, in particularly the NASCAR world. So really looking forward to how things play out here going forward. Things are definitely turning in the positive direction right now, and I can't wait till we have cars back on the real track. Virtual racing's fun, and I'm really enjoying these iRacing races, but I want to see some real cars back on a real track here very, very soon. But I think that's going to do it for this RNN News Break. So, like I said in the beginning, if you haven't done it already, you need to go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. While you're down there, I want you to hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It is much appreciated when you do. Definitely don't want to miss all of the at-the-track coverage we'll have once the on-track product resumes. Again, looking like May 17th, so sooner rather than later. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely will be a fun time there. But at that, this has been an RNN News Break. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.